$8:32, everybody. If you are feeling the squeeze from rising costs, guess what? You are not alone, my friends, but you are not powerless.
That's right. This morning, we are joined by Andrea Warwick, a nationally recognized consumer savings expert, to help us slash those monthly bills, keep more money in the pockets. Thank you so much for being here, Andrea. Let's start the wireless plan. This is such a confusing space for so many people.
Yes, good morning. Thank you for having me on. And I know that wireless plans, they seem to get more expensive, especially younger kids having devices. Maybe you have plans with multiple devices as well. So this could be a big area of spending. And the reality is nowadays, most people are hooked up to Wi-Fi at home, Wi-Fi at the office, and even on the go. I'm seeing more retailers, restaurants, hotels, and even airports offering free Wi-Fi. So the need for those unlimited data plans is becoming less and less. However, a lot of people still sign up for them because they seem like a better value. If you look at your actual usage, though, I saw a study that said about 90% of unlimited plan users use no more than 15 gigs of data a month. If you switch to a lower tiered plan, that would save you a lot of money. And there's even these online only wireless carriers that have bundles for families for as little as $30 a month. So you really need to consider how much you're using and see if you could switch to a lower tier plan within your certain provider or shop around.
Okay, that's actually really fascinating. I never even thought about that. Here's where I get into trouble. The subscription. You sign up for something, you forget to cancel it, it automatically renews. What about these subscriptions?
Yeah, and then you don't even know where you signed up, how much you're paying, how to log in to cancel. I mean, this is something that we are all dealing with, and you hear about the need to cancel your subscriptions, and yet we still are wasting money. So this is really just a good reminder to pay attention to what you sign up for. Set alerts in your calendar if you sign up for a free trial, but you really don't plan to, continue and enroll to pay. So set an alert when that is about to expire so you can cancel. But this is also an opportunity to hack some of those subscriptions, even the ones that you think you need, like your video streaming subscriptions. There are ways to get free video content through your local library. If you have a library card, you can stream videos, movies, TV shows, documentaries at no cost through their digital app. Platforms called Hoopla is one that many libraries use, and this could save you anywhere from like 10 to 30 or more a month if now you're cutting back on the different subscriptions that you're using for video.
Yeah, sounds like especially for the kids and things that are good for them.
Exactly.
And so for those of us who have bigger kids, let's talk about bundling insurance, right? Our auto insurance, our homeowners insurance, any sort of special coverage policies. How do we do this, and how is it a good way to save?
Yeah, I mean, we know insurance prices have gone through the roof, and unfortunately for teen drivers, that is really expensive. The best thing you can do is bundle your insurance policy. So if you have homeowners and auto insurance, life insurance, even renter's insurance, putting multiple policies together with one provider will get you a better rate. But you also want to consider increasing your deductible. So a lot of people will sign up for the lowest deductible option, maybe $200, $250. But that's going to increase how much you pay each month. So if you bump up your deductible to $500, $1,000, I know that's a little bit scary, but what you do is take the savings that you're enjoying every month, put it towards a savings account so that you then have enough to cover the deductible. And once you reach that savings amount, now you're just going to enjoy more savings by having that larger deductible and a lower monthly premium.
To do that, though, you need to
and then
sort
look
of
at
set
how
up
much
a
your
little
coverage
auto
is as well.
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing with a lot of these things, when you say to put it in your savings
account,
a lot of folks don't. They're like, well, I got this money in my account. Let me go to Prime Day and spend it off. For the folks who own a home, though, for example, right? What could you do with your mortgage? Because that's not something you automatically think unless you refinance.
Right, yes. So there are a couple of things. First of all, try to pay a little bit extra towards your principal. If you have some extra money, like when you got your tax refund, maybe you could have put an extra couple $100s towards the principal balance. Every time that you reduce that principal balance, that is going to save you a lot of money on the back end of your mortgage. But more importantly, if you are paying PMI, this is private mortgage insurance, anybody who buys a home and puts less than 20% down, meaning you own less than 20% of the equity, your mortgage lender will require that you pay this private mortgage insurance, and this is a costly fee each month.
Yeah.
So if your equity has gone through the roof, even though you may not have paid it down, you can have your home appraised, and as long as it shows that your equity that you own in the home now, because the value has gone up or because you've now paid down the principal balance over the years, you can then request to have that PMI removed. That could save you hundreds of dollars a month.
Well, that's fascinating.
That's a big number. And credit cards, so many of us revolve on one or more credit cards, and those interest rates can be 25%, which is just like a bonkers number. How can we lower our rates on those?
Yeah, credit card interest rates are through the roof, over 24%. If you miss 2 consecutive payments, I mean, you could be slapped with a penalty APR of 30%. And so you really need to pay attention to what your interest rate is. A quick way that a lot of people don't realize to lower that interest rate is to negotiate. Call your credit card provider. A study from LendingTree found that 83% of people who called their credit card providers were successful in getting a lower rate. So that's number one. And any lower of a rate that you pay on your balance, that's going to save you money on the interest you're paying each month. Another option is to use a balance transfer card. Balance transfer credit cards offer 0% interest on the money you move from your old card to this new card. And that could be for anywhere from a year to 21 months. So that gives you a lot of time to pay down that balance without those interest fees piling up. And this could save you a lot of money, help you get out of debt. And you can compare these cards at cardrates.com. But this also does require a bit of constraint, making sure you don't use the old credit card running up the balance back up there.